Thank you very much, Chairman. I'm also going to add 6204, which is a Rep. Paplauskas bill. I'm going to cover that for him as well. So, as it comes to no surprise to anyone on this commission, the entire House Republican caucus feels that the Act on Climate was far too aggressive, and by eliminating the guardrails that were in place on much of our existing energy policy at the time, we felt that it would lead to increases in energy costs, and I think the 68% increase over the past 10 years sort of bears that out. So these bills here are part of a suite of bills that seek simply to offer relief to our ratepayers, and they attempt to do so through various different means, and I'll go through them one at a time. So 6201 is very complementary, actually, to a bill that we passed on the floor last week, rather, regarding nuclear energy. And while the bill you have in front of you is not drafted, well, I'm not going to blame it on drafting. It was the way that I sent it down. I did not put it in the right section. The intent of the law or the bill is to add nuclear to the list of alternative energy sources, not renewable, and that was, again, a mistake on my part. As we, I think, admitted last week, nuclear has very low greenhouse gas emissions, extreme base load reliability, and long-term production capabilities. By adding it into this section, we are allowing our utility companies more flexibility to acquire new electricity produced through a nuclear means. We want to advance that because we believe, and I think we've seen it nationwide when we look at the states who have very successful carbon reduction strategies, they base their fundamental power supply on both nuclear and natural gas. That allows for, when you don't have a windy or sunny day, it allows for a continuation of the base load to your grid so that you don't have issues like we saw in Texas not too long ago. The next bill is House 6202, and it's a moratorium or break pump, if you will, on some programs that we have in place. It will put a moratorium on net metering right now, as well as some of the programs that we have to reduce energy consumption, but aren't taken advantage of by enough people to really justify the added cost to every single person's bill. We know now that people who net meter are allowed to create electricity on their rooftops or in their backyards that will power their house, and the surplus will then be fed back into the grid. However, the way that we enacted the legislation, up to 125% of what they produce from those panels is required to be purchased back by the utility company at the retail rate. So there's an extreme cost for the utility to purchase, and they're just passing it on. It may absolutely help the individuals with the rooftop solar, but again, it's increasing the overall cost of purchasing and consuming electricity. The other two, so House 6203 and House 6204, are repeals of two programs, the Energy Efficiency Charge and the Renewable Energy Growth Program. And while people do take advantage of these programs to a relatively minor extent, every single ratepayer is bearing the cost of those programs. It should also be noted that a lot of the things that you get from these programs are being done with state money or with ratepayer money to corporations who are profiting off of the work that they're doing. Again, these are not going to change that 68% increase in electricity prices dramatically, but we feel that we are at a point where we bear some of the highest taxes in the nation, we bear some of the highest cost of living in the nation, and we also bear one of the highest electricity costs in the nation. And I know that every single one of us hears it from our constituents that they are struggling to pay their electricity bills. These are pieces of legislation crafted to reduce that burden on our ratepayers and offer them a little bit of relief in a time when they can't afford it.